All right, let's talk West Ham. West Ham still haven't bought anyone. They're the only club in the Premier League to have not bought a player yet. Phone lines are open, West Ham fans. 03717 22 33 44. If you want to talk about this, remember, again, this is the West Ham team that won the Europa Conference League. You want to add to that squad now as well, especially considering that squad has a Declan Rice-sized hole in the middle of it. A lot of the talk was about João Paulinho. He's got injured in pre-season, by the way, his shoulder, so he could be out for a few months. West Ham haven't signed anyone. Like, it can't just be João Paulinho. Like, there's been so much talk about players. James Ward-Prowse, there's been talk about. Calvin Phillips, there was talks about. Harvey Barnes has obviously gone to Newcastle, there was conversations about. How have West Ham signed nobody?
It doesn't make any sense. I actually think that West Ham have made an entire... a total pig's ear of their whole transfer policy this window. They had the perfect opportunity to reimagine and reinvent their squad. They knew that they were going to lose Declan Rice, but they also knew that they were going to make a small fortune on him. And they could have used that money, reinvested it, and actually gone into the new season on the crest of a wave. You know, they've won European silverware. They're playing in the Europa League. The feeling around the club hasn't been better for decades. And now they're actually all feeling fairly underwhelmed. If they had got it right, it would have been so easy to secure a good window. Yeah. And all they had to do was hold on to Declan Rice for a bit, tell Arsenal, look, you will get your man.
It's yours,
but
don't worry.
We are going to get our ducks in a row first. Yeah. And what West Ham would have done was go and sign the replacements, go and spend the money that Declan Rice was going to bring in, go and spend that first. And they could have even positioned it that the players that they were bringing in were coming into play alongside Rice. And then, towards the end of the window, Rice goes to Arsenal. And West Ham are totally set and ready for life post-Rice. Now, Rice is gone. They haven't signed anyone. And everybody knows that, firstly, they desperately need players. And secondly, they are absolutely caked. So, as soon as they inquire for any player, what happens? It goes through the roof. The price goes through the roof because West Ham are desperate for a player and they are so rich. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that they haven't signed anybody because it must be so difficult to do business for them.
Yeah, it's going to be, isn't it? Again, look, we heard the João Paulinho sort of the fee that Fulham want, and I think it was around the 80 to 90 million. West Ham simply aren't going to do that. But there's so many midfielders out there. Some might be saying, with what they've got, they can maybe just sort of survive the start of the season. Obviously, they've got a Paquetá who's there. Who I think is a world-class player.
They have to spend money. They have to find somebody to help them fill the Declan Rice issue. Like they cannot proceed. They cannot go into a new season without spending money.
Isn't it
Everyone
just
around
obviously
them.
Calvin Phillips? Isn't that just
I think
the
Calvin
obvious
Phillips
one?
is desperately keen to stay at Manchester City and make a go of it, though. But there are lots of players that West Ham should have signed.
Yeah.
Like they should have made it work. When you look at the amount of midfielders that Chelsea have sold.
Yeah.
Like Ruben Loftus-Cheek went to AC Milan. Would he have been a good signing for West Ham United?
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah.
Conor Gallagher is looking like it looks like the ownership at Chelsea.
West
at
Ham
least
are interested in Conor Gallagher?
Yes, but now it's virtually impossible for them to get Conor Gallagher because anyone at Chelsea goes, okay, you want Conor Gallagher?
60 million.
60 million because you desperately need him and you're double rich.
Yeah, right, let's welcome in Luke, the West Ham fan. Luke, the only team in the Premier League yet to sign a player. Season starts in 3 weeks. You've lost your captain, your talisman, your best player. Worried or just expect someone to come through the door?
It's embarrassing, to be honest. The fact is that we've got so many players, obviously, that we need to bring in. Like, there's so many players that are like Conor Gallagher, James Ward-Prowse. There's other, they're saying that maybe getting rid of Cresswell. I like Cresswell. I think he's a good left back. And the fact is that we might be selling him to Wolves without a replacement is embarrassing.
Yeah. Whose fault is this? I mean, do you look at the owners? Do you look at David Moyes and, come and get your business done? Like, surely everyone knew Declan Rice was going even before the end of the season. Surely you get your ducks in order then. Yeah,
but I think it's Moyes. He plays one way and one way only. You see that when he was at Everton for 9-10 years. He don't like to play. He doesn't like to change things much. He likes to play his way or no way only. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like we need. I think he needs to go. I don't like Moyes. He doesn't. We need to say different as a club.
Yeah. We
need to bring better players in. And we're not doing absolutely anything. And it's like every day you wake up, you think, oh, we might have signed somebody, and it's just rumours.
Just rumours, constant rumours. And again, everyone else is actually dipping into the market and getting players in. Would you be worried if you started the season with what you've got? I mean, look, there's still some fantastic players there. I mean, at the club, some really good players there, actually. would you be worried, or you're okay with the start?
If we don't sign anybody this season, we will definitely play championship football next season. 100%. That is with the players we've got. Like Antonio needs to go. Danny Ings needs to go. He was good at Villa because he played better football there. Since he's come to West Ham, he's played okay in pre-season, but it's only pre-season. But I think if we stay with the squad we've got right now, we will struggle. And I think if we don't do anything, that we could be down next season. Because, like, obviously we've got some good players, Ben Rama, stuff like that, and Bowen on
Jared Bowen, yeah, it's fantastic on the right. Yep.
I think also we need another goalkeeper. Fabianski's good. He done well for us last season, but he's getting on a bit. Yeah. We've got Areola. He's going to be our first choice, but I reckon we do need to get another keeper in.
Luke, can I ask you, I got quite a lot of stick from West Ham fans because I was saying that the way that your club have gone about their business has been poor. I suggested that everything should have been done before Rice was sold because it would have given you a far stronger hand when you were negotiating. Do you agree with that? Do you think the way that the business has been held this summer and handled has been poor? Absolutely.
Horrendous. Absolutely shocking. Like, it's just everyone else around us is doing something or even putting like little bids in for players. But West Ham, it's just rumours every day, a rumour. It's like, well, start trying to put some money in people's brains to try and eke them to the club. Do you know what I mean? But at the moment, it's just rumours. Like, I'd love Conor Gallagher at West Ham. Like, what a player he is. A young player. Like, I think him and Ward-Prowse in the midfield would do absolutely fantastic. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they both would do brilliant.
Yeah, and that, let's be honest, I mean, you could get both of them and you still have some change from the Declan Rice sell.
Not now, you wouldn't. You would have had...
From Southampton, you get Ward-Prowse from Southampton for cheap, don't you think?
Not cheap.
Yeah, but I just think as well, we need a couple of strikers. I like Schumacher. I think he's a good player. I just think we need a couple more strikers, like because Antonio, I think, is on his last leg, and I think Danny as well. I don't rate him either, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's going to be a bit of a struggle, isn't it, Luke? Quick one. Luke's still there. He is still there. Luke, very quickly, captain. I mean, look, you mentioned Fabianski being your second choice goalkeeper. Everyone thought that he might get the armband. Cresswell's been linked with it as well. He's probably going to go. Who's going to get the armband then?
I'd say either Jared Bowen.
Yeah.
Or it's difficult because I would have said Cresswell maybe as well.
Yeah. That seems the obvious one, doesn't it? Yeah.
He's been there for 8 years. Do you know what I mean? But at the minute, James Ward-Prowse, he was a captain for Southampton. Do you know what I mean? He knows how to wear the armband and he's a good captain. He knows how to talk to the players. But at this precise moment, I don't think we've got a decent captain at the minute.
Yeah. Luke, appreciate you coming on, my man. Thank you very, very much. Luke, they're a West Ham fan. They've got a right to be upset, haven't they? I mean, you lost your captain, you won the Europa Conference League, and you've done no business.
It's amazing how the ownership have done so poorly. Never, ever have I known West Ham fans be on cloud nine. I've never known the feeling around West Ham United to be more exhilarated than it was about, 2 months ago?
Yeah.
All of a sudden, they're back to square one. How have the ownership allowed that to happen? They didn't utilise what they'd built. They didn't build on that feeling and that success. And now you've got fans like Luke calling up and very articulately telling us that the club are in dire straits.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.